Hello, beautiful beings. How are you? Where are you? Can you even find words to answer that question? Usually, when people ask me that now, I'm just like, oh, or coming up with some other funny sound to make in order not to lie, because I honestly don't know how to say how I am in the English language anymore. There's so much happening and so much. Oh, that is my TikTok video that just got uploaded. Whoops. Me on a parallel timeline. So, what I'd like to talk about today is there are two ways of navigating our external experience. There is outward arrow, horizontal, and there is a vertical arrow that goes vertical. Now, when someone is operating, I know it sounds weird, right? It's a super simple image that will help you access and notice and acknowledge when you're operating with an outward arrow and an upward arrow. Okay? I'm gonna ramble about it a little. So, when there's an outward arrow, you can see it in a person's eyes. It's like they want something, they need something, they are searching, yearning. It's like almost like a part of them is always leaning forward, is always uh, getting somewhere, rushing or busy, or something out there that they're seeking that is not inside themselves. Not saying that that horizontal is always like that. Sometimes when somebody's performing or creating content like me or impacting the environment, there might be a sense of horizontal. I'm talking about navigating, like moment to moment, like that look in the eye when somebody's like, like a beady look in the eye outward, getting. When our energy is, nothing wrong with that, by the way, at all. There are many different types of creatures on the planet that evolve into different things at different times. This is for our own awareness and check-in of how we're operating, because there's a vertical access where we have what we need. It's like a certain way of feeling, of being, and knowing what the external is about. It's like knowing that first I'm plugged in. First I'm plugged in and I'm sourced. And I'm a soul sourced from source, from the source of all energy. And I have everything I need. It's like an intimate relationship with the energy of creation. And now, when someone is vertical, their system is way more relaxed because they don't need anything outside them. They already know that they got them, like that the energy of creation is plugged in. It's like a light bulb plugged in, and they even might have a bigger glow. You might feel more glowy like after you do things that connect you vertically rather than horizontally. And so the reason you can even look at someone in the eye and be like, they know that they have everything they need. They're like magnetic. It's like, can we hang out? You want to work together? You want to build a business together? So why would we choose to go horizontal rather than vertical if vertical is so much cooler? Because we get to just like hang out on a pole connected to infinite possibility and creation, just sourcing all the juiciness from within and like sharing that outside like a primary water fountain. Why do we go horizontal? I wish I could hear your responses. I will be doing lives, weekly lives soon on YouTube. So what's coming up for me as to why, as I am contemplating this, because I've been shifting more and more to vertical, I've noticed how much I was horizontal. It almost looks like vampiric a little, or creepy. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. There's so many beautiful insects in the world that support evolution and the evolutionary process. It's just a matter of sometimes when we're too much horizontal, we'll get looped and it will collapse. So because the universe, you're an expression of the universe, you're unique, one of a kind puzzle piece, the universe isn't gonna let you get lost in the outside and not be inside, because then you'll be vacant from your body. There'll be a soul that's vacant, just hovering around trying to catch up with your body. It's like your body's like, I need this, and then looks kind of like an Egyptian dance. And your soul is like, hey, wait for me. And you're like, I'm busy. And your soul is like, hey, let me plug in. I'll help you. And you're just like running around. Why? Because of this thing we call reality. Now, even though we might know now, like, oh yeah, reality's malleable, yeah, things change, like, there's still a pattern of holding onto reality. Like, this is real. This is real. This wall is real. This couch is real. This is real. Don't fuck it up. Why? Why are we so attached to reality, going like horizontal ghosts and forgetting about who we are? Empty space for you to fill up, inquire with. What benefits do we get from getting lost in the horizontal realms? And yeah, we're not all built the same, and yeah, we're all different, and. This is a perspective art for one to inquire with for the sake of making life a little more easier and more fun. So I can make up some benefits I feel is I have felt that's what would bring me connection and community and belonging and stability and financial support and belonging, just like feeling like I belong on the planet. Now, the thing is that if we're like in this horizontal way, because it was passed down to generation, like, get hold of your reality. And like, then we went to these schools and sat on hard chairs and looked at toxic chalkboards. Well, we could have been playing it for us. Not everybody, the world is changing, but I definitely grew up that way, and now it's really funny to think that that's what majority of kids, that's what they did. So interesting. Anyway, so we were forced into this horizontal way of being, like these hungry vampiric ghosts that just want to get love outside ourselves and for connecting and belonging. And we're like, and we're never gonna get it. Why? Because we're not plugged in. We're not sourcing our own light. So we're never gonna get what we want outside ourselves if we don't source it from within first. Again, we're all built differently, and what I'm talking about, the plugged in horizontal, that is knowing yourself. That is knowing where you came from. That's knowing what you're made of. And that's living in coherence, in heart coherence, and in heart coherence. All other programs that are horizontal, the reason there's so much torturing and suffering, you can't get a hold of it, and you can never get it done. There's always more to do. You make money, and then the car crashes, and da 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 da. It's like, what? Endless samsara. When is this going to end and turn into samadhi, the state of bliss? Samsara is endless suffering. Samadhi is endless bliss. So in order to move from this horizontal into vertical, there might be, as we go in and we're like, I got me, the universe has got me, there will be die-offs, and it could feel chaotic, and people might be like, you're not dependable, you were late, what are you gonna do with this bill? Like, that external reality that's dying off will start like acting up. If we know why we're going vertical, which means letting external realities, attachments, relationships, behavioral patterns, whatever it is, a job, whatever it might be for you, leaving a space, then there will be a die-off where the nervous system will feel you're not safe. And so what makes this easier is to actually know that you're doing it in order to actually take care of yourself. You're going vertical because you want to take care of yourself, because you know that you have a speck of a soul that would like to enter your body, and you want to connect to the energy of creation and look at all the distortions. Like, I'm not cared for, I have to work hard, I'm not loved unless I do things, I have to people please and save people in order for everything to be okay, and then we experience these burnouts. So as the realities can really collapse fast pace, and it can really turn as an arrow against us. So when the external horizontal arrow that was plugged into the external games that are changing, because systems are changing, like the earth is changing us right now, like the solar flares, okay, alone, it's definitely changing us, okay? It's changing our human genetic, our DNA, we're changing, okay? Okay. I'm not laughing about it all the time. I'm usually grunting. So understanding that it is going to die off anyway, and there will be an act up. What this could do is actually have more grace with ourselves and more compassion for ourselves, and to know we're not alone in it. You're not alone in it. And don't worry, naturally, when there's a die off of the horizontal, what happens naturally is you start accessing your vertical connection to source and creator. And that feels like a death. So all these fear of death programs will come up. Nice release. You might believe that you're dying. Literally. I thought I was dying many times when I was going vertical. I was like, oh my God, I am not safe. What am I doing? Like, why? What am I doing? I'm so tired. I can't play that game anymore. Why do I have to go to bed at like 8 p.m. tonight and sleep for 12 hours? These are what some call ascension symptoms, which kind of are just detox systems from old video games that your soul and body doesn't want to play anymore because you're evolving, because the universe wants you to be you, because you're an expression of the universe. If you're not expressing you and you're not plugged in and you don't know who you are and you forgot where you came from, you're literally like a lost ghost zombie hovering on the planet, creeping people out and feeding off other people's energy. It's pretty nasty, honey. But you're loved anyway. Trust me, I have been there, and I'm occasionally there as well. Or more than occasionally. Anyway, so yeah, I kind of just wanted to share that horizontal arrow versus vertical. Horizontal, just to acknowledge, just to get curious in your life, like, when am I horizontal? When am I vertical? Am I vertical now, or am I horizontal? Simple ways you can get from horizontal to vertical, literally simple ways, is actually closing your eyes for a moment, even if you're standing in line at the grocery shop, and taking a breath. You can also close your eyes and make a subtle sound. You can also put a hand on your chest to regulate your nervous system. You can even put hands on your head. It really helps closing the eyes, but these subtle actions create little reminders because we're naturally meant to be vertical. And the key is not to make a big deal out of this, like, I need to go meditate for 3 hours now. It's actually about learning how to do this more and more often through more and more simple ways. And you can find your own ways. Even asking yourself, how can I help myself go vertical? How can I get myself plugged back in so I'm not draining this external reality, which is a Maya? It's an illusion anyway, which leads to endless samsara, and it's going to shoot back at me. And can I just go vertical now? And time, like the concept, this is another key, is that sometimes people are like, okay, I'm going vertical. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Oh my God, this is going to last forever. Oh my God, my life is falling apart. That's stuff to feel and digest. And think of it as a battery that's getting recharged. It's like you were living in a delusion and now you're getting plugged back in to source and energy, and and as you amp up your energy, you're going to actually exit the elevator into different levels of the game. Isn't that freaking cool? It's so cool. So this whole like awakening, ascension, evolution, there's a lot of heaviness around it. And I'm here to make it a little more light and bright, like rainbow bright. Starlight, rainbow bright, a little wish in the moonlight. That was my favorite cartoon when I was little. I really want to be rainbow bright when I grow up. If you would like support in this, then you can join a freaking free crash course on playful pathways that is happening at Lionsgate. 8/8 at 3 p.m. Pacific. It is absolutely free, 90-minute class. It is a taster for a 9-week course I'm doing that I'm beginning, but just alone attending this class, you will receive so many tools and new ways that you can see that you can playfully relate to life. And so I'm going to share all the goodies. It's been my whole life's work, and I'm finally sharing it with the world because I feel like it's time and it's ready, and I'm so excited. I thought I was freaking crazy when I was downloading this shit from like these beings, and I'm like, what is going on? And then I tried sharing it too soon, and it was great, but like now it's time. So I would love for you to join this absolutely free crash course on Zoom. Message me, comment, email. You'll see my information in the description box. And yeah, I would love as many people as possible to be there, because the more people, the more energy, the more fun. I've done this on Zoom before, shared some tools, and it will just bring back some play and ease and new ways that you can relate to your family members and children, and like at work. It's like these subtle little games that you can play, like using play as a practice, so we can actually experience more joy, more ease, more grace, more intimacy, more easily, because what we're going through with these big shifts, you can't really even say it in words. But we really need to be connected now more than ever. We really need to feel like we belong, because we actually are going through this experience together as a human body. Yes, we might not all end up on the same game, the same place, but still, they're like, it's really important to have pods and connect with more and more beings for you to see that you're not alone, that you're not crazy. And so, yeah, join the free crash course. I know that it's happening in just 2 days, but come on, like, you have nothing to lose. I'm not going to try forcing something down your throat. You can show up as you. And there's also a mental health fitness support group that happens every Monday at 11 a.m. And the topic of the month is Shine Your Shame. It is really magical. It's a more intimate group. That's like a sliding scale donation. It is absolutely amazing to have support weekly from a group of people that you're in resonance and harmony with. And last month's topic was Nothing's Wrong with You, and that was absolutely so. Every month I choose a different topic. I'm really excited about it. That's why I'm getting all blushed up. Anyway, and then there are many other ways to connect with me. You can look at my Linktree, and there are more goodies coming. And okay, that's all, folks. Bye.